Hello and welcome to the Wrestling Corner episode number 56. And new, we'll talk about that later when we come to Monday Night Raw. But as always, I'm joined by Sam. How are you this lovely Tuesday morning?
I'm doing all right, thanks. Watched Raw. It was wasn't it? Wasn't it? It was probably the right thing to do. After the way they built it up, it'd have been wrong to not put the title
100%. 100%. We'll talk about that a bit later. Obviously as they play on. But I think it's the start of the busy 3 weeks, isn't it? Because it's Revolution, Impact, and then Fastlane, if I'm right.
Yeah, Impact Sacrifice in between, and then Fastlane. So it's three weekends in a row.
Events I'm looking. We'll do obviously for the main event. We'll definitely do predictions for AEW Revolution, but it's going to be a very fun pay-per-view that. But should we go straight into AEW? Way up and up with John Moxley versus Hollywood Hunk Ryan Nemeth. Now I know you normally take AEW's bias to this. I just love the Twitter interaction between him and his brother. It's great. Have you seen it?
I just a bit, yeah. I just like the Hollywood Hunk. Like you don't watch Dark, do you?
I catch clips, but not enough to go. Oh, I understand the whole thing.
Okay, yeah. So like Ryan Nemeth just comes out and basically goes like, he's such a good but bad promo at the same time. Like he comes out and goes like, "Oh, you all love me. Everyone loves me. Let's get a chant going. Everyone loves Ryan," and like everyone goes, "Boo!" So he's like really taken aback and offended, and it's just
very dark.
It's so basic. Yeah, he's such a dork, but he does it so well. I've been really impressed.
I saw AEW's commercial and he was on it. He is a very 80s wrestler, 90s wrestler who thinks he's very better than everyone. He thinks because he lives in Hollywood, he's this famous big shot. He's not, but do you know what I mean? He thinks he's better. But for some reason, it's even more twatter in modern, like in like 2020 than 2021. It's even more annoying, and I don't know why. But there's something about him.
This match wasn't even about him. We've just spoken about it. It's Mox in it. You know what you're going to get. The match really didn't matter. It was squash. It was the promo afterwards that I really liked.
Yeah, we all know Mox is an amazing promo.
I was just about to read out and my page is refreshed.
I've got it if you want. From the moment that I woke up in the morning without the AEW World Championship, I knew I would do whatever it takes for as long as it takes. I will crawl through the mud. I will crawl through barbed wire, landmines, whatever it takes to get back to the top and take the hill. It turns out that's exactly what I'm going to have to do. What comes to your mind when images come to your mind when you hear the words exploding barbed wire deathmatch? What images come to your mind? Fire, blood, burns, torture, agony, vintage Japanese wrestling magazines. How do these images make you feel? Disgusted? Revolted? Do your palms sweat? Do your hands shake or do you get a sick thrill? I'm an addict. I'm an addict to this. I'm an addict to being in this ring. I'm addicted to coming out to this ring. All the blood, sweat and tears from the bottom of my soul bare in the ring. This feeling I can't get off. So the idea of that exploding barbed wire deathmatch is too attractive. It pulls me in. I can't resist it. Even if it's some kind of trap by Kenny Omega and his boys, Kenny, you're not the first in a long, sad line of guys who try to take me out. Win, lose, or draw. Everybody in this building, everybody watching at home, everybody who's been with me, who stuck by me through everything, you know that when it's all said and done, that I gave you everything that I had. And if it does come to an end at Revolution, live on pay-per-view, an exploding barbed wire deathmatch, that feeling that I can't get enough of, that seems like a perfect way, a hell of a way to go out. Just incredible. He's great in it. He really is. And in fairness, I think he's more likely he's going to lose. And obviously because he's going to have to go be dad. But it's sort of the perfect way to write him off.
Well, it's also, I think, it is the perfect way to write him off, but also, like, he's carried the company for a year. He hasn't carried them, but he's been the face of it. You know, he's been putting on all the big matches, main eventing all the shows. He hasn't missed anything. Like, it's a bit of time, and like, let's face it, it's not WWE. In AEW, you probably can just take a bit of time away, just refresh, go again.
Yeah,
what a run he's had.
He might, and the thing is, he probably will return when crowds are back. And imagine that sort of a couple of a year and a bit on, probably 2 years, maybe, depends on when he comes back, from when he debuted, Moxley returns to AEW, like with no crowd, that pop will be huge.
Yeah, big right.
Yeah, but great. But yeah, that opened up the show.
Next segment was not the match, but what it was afterwards was my segment of the week.
Okay.
So much fun. Am I taking this one?
Yeah, when you take the old show.
So, Team Taz against the Varsity Blondes. Cajun Starks represent Team
I like
Taz.
Go on, Varsity Blondes.
Yeah, go on. They're doing well, but like Cajun Starks won, fine, fair enough. But then afterwards was where the fun began. So, vignette. Yeah, so Sting retrieves Darby Allin from a body bag in the desert and has just like just dragged him along, like as if it's not like wacky enough. It was one of those segments where I thought, if someone's watching this and just randomly changed the channel, what are they thinking?
As they see a body bag recovered from the desert. Yeah,
body bag. Right, that's fair enough. Lights go out, Sting shows up. At that point, I was like, ugh, God, it happens every single week. And I was like, he's going to open it up and it's going to be Darby Allin and then they're just going to stare off. But no, it was Hook. It was Hook in the body bag.
I love Hook. Hook's great as well.
And then they cut to the rafters, zooming on Darby Allin. His music plays, zip lines to the ring with his skateboard. Cajun Stark just like backing off in the ring, even though they've got like a good 5 seconds to get prepared. And then, Sting goes off and Brian Cage hits him with the Scorpion Death Drop. End of segment. What a blast.
The Darby thing is so, I don't know, there's something about it. It was so cheesy because it's a zip line. He can't control where he's going to land. So there's part of it where he's just flying over them.
Yeah.
But just swinging his legs at them, which sort of makes it.
Yeah, I loved it. I don't have a single bad word to say about it, especially because it was so different from all the other repetitive segments that they've done.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, like I just like Team Taz anyway, so it's probably is it the match I'm most excited for?
Nah, well, I think you'll know my match I'm most excited for, but yeah,
it might be. I'm intrigued about the barbed wire match. I'm not sure if I'm excited. I'm intrigued.
Yeah, because it's either going to be an incredible match, and we're going to talk about as AW's greatest, or it's just going to be a what the f is going on.
Yeah, I'm not like, oh my God, I cannot wait to see this match. I'm like, I wonder what they're going to do.
There's a couple I'm looking forward to. I love the casino stuff, so I'll definitely. I love the ladder match as well, but it's that Adam Page Matt Hardy match.
Oh, okay, yeah,
it's the dark. Match. It's when the dark order are going to come out and save him.
Yeah. Following that, Jake Hager, Brandon Cutler. Jake Hager won, but I don't have any interest in Jake Hager until he's reintroduced as Rock Hard Jake Hager. Do you remember that? For like 2 weeks, Justin Roberts introduced you. He went, Rock Hard. No, it was like he is Rock Hard Jake Hager or something.
I don't remember.
You know?
No.
It was really, they dropped it after a couple of weeks. It really made me laugh. And then Papa Buck got beaten up.
I love Papa Buck. Papa Buck is amazing. I like that he's
I wasn't feeling this.
You know what?
It's just the Young Bucks. It's just anything involving the Young Bucks.
So I did see a perfect thing that when Matt oversells everything, and sometimes that is great in the ring, great, and sometimes promos. But it was just sometimes like in the Papa Buck segment when he was screaming at the camera, and then but when he runs off, he runs with like a passion to go save his dad. That was great. But it was when he was screaming out, there was just part of me just going, "Oh, that's a bit. Come on." Like show some energy. Save your dad rather than just sort of standing around. But Papa Buck is a legend of the business.
Yeah, it was fine for what it was. It's just you can't be too into every story, and this is one that I'm not.
Oh yeah, I understand. I'm not the biggest fan of this match, but you know what I want to say? I want to see Wardlow wrestle. I feel so sorry for him. He just doesn't wrestle, does he? Which plays? He doesn't, but I think it's the long con. I think.
Yeah, I think they're absolutely playing the long game with it, just because like otherwise they would have had him wrestle more. Like his first match was against Cody in a steel cage.
Yeah, like I said,
we're waiting for him MJF to be done with the Inner Circle, and then might be a year down the line, might be 2 years down the line, and we get that Wardlow breakout run. I think he could even be a big breakout babyface.
Genuine. And the thing is, it's very hard for big guys to be baby faces. But for me, I don't know what he's like on promos. I haven't really heard much of him talk massively.
He's all right. He's passable.
He's not MJF. He's currently been with MJF in nearly every promo, so he's going to pick up a few little things. But like you said, it's going to be that moment where MJF turns around looking for Wardlow's support. Wardlow's there, and then just hits him with the F10 or whatever it hits him with the finisher, and it's that moment he's finally snapped. He's finally had enough of MJF's business. But yeah, Wardlow's style of him.
Hangman Page and Isaiah. I never know. Is it Isaiah? Isaiah Cassidy. Yeah, Hangman Page got the win. Eventually, it was a pretty good match. I'm not particularly feeling Private Party as bad guys, but I know it's because they've been manipulated by Matt Hardy. But
I think the storyline, it makes sense. But yeah, they are better baby faces. But
sure.
But it was more about after this match.
Yeah, I'll let you take this. But
yeah, so the match actually does happen. So the Dark Order do come out to sort of thing, and I'm just trying to think. And Matt Hardy comes over sort of thing and I say, "You chose the Dark Order for big money, Matt. I want to give you a world, but you betrayed me, and I'm going to hurt you in more ways than imagine." And then he comes out with 5 Alan Angels, just throws him off the stage. A awful bump, but a good bump from Alan Angels through the table. Silver and Reynolds come out to make the save. It was just really nice. It's just like the style. And it was being the Elite that made it as well, because when they're backstage, they're all berating 5 because of his cock when they're in the bath. And Adam Page comes on, starts joking with him. Stu says something, they pushes Stu over, and it's just Anna Jay going, I like this guy now. I just love the Dark Order. They're great. Every week I will think it's very similar to the Miz. Probably not a lot of people don't like him, but I do. There's something about him. Yeah, big up the Dark Order.
How up to date are you with the women's world title stuff?
So I know the final is Nyla Rose versus Ryu Mizunami.
Yep.
But I haven't seen. But I haven't seen. So I know she beat Yuka Sakazaki, but was that in Japan?
Yeah, that were on Monday morning. And
she's first in Nyla Rose. On Dynamite. How? Unless they're flying her over.
I'd imagine they will be flying her over. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Hikaru Shida managed to make it back to Japan, so there can't be that many issues.
Yeah, true. Very true.
The winner of that face. Thunder Rosa, but I guess Thunder Rosa isn't signed. Nyla Rose is, so I can't complain too much.
Same with Britt. I thought it was Britt's time, I'll be honest, but
yeah.
Again, she's another one that they can pull the trigger on at a later date.
Well, I don't think anyone was really expecting Ryo Mizunami.
No, I never really heard of her. Wait, is that Riho? No, it's not even Riho.
No, she's totally different. I mean, she's good, but she won't want the one I'd have gone for, and then obviously everyone else just had a 6-woman tag. It was fun. It was what it was. I don't get Maki Ito.
Oh, Maki Ito. I don't even get her in ring. Her Twitter game is just great.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
Her Twitter game is very British. I don't think it's even very British actually, but it's Maki Ito. She's great on Twitter. Yeah,
it doesn't translate for me, but I don't know. I feel like I can find Joshi wrestling hard to watch at times because of just the sound. Everyone's so high pitched.
Well, it's very it's very animated.
If it wasn't for the dulcet tones of Taz and Excalibur, I think I'd really struggle.
Really, I can sort of understand. And sometimes a crowd I know in Japan does help it because of them moments. The crowd join in with them.
Yeah. Yeah, but it just behind closed doors in terms of all of the. I mean, obviously you've got to make noise like you're wrestling, but I don't know. Personally, I find it quite grating.
Yeah, I can definitely understand that for sure. But that Nyla Rose match is going to be huge because it's 2 big beasts going at each other. It's like Ryo Mizunami is not the smallest of people.
No. I mean, Nyla Rose is still quite a bit bigger, but
100%. But it'll be interesting to see what happens. Very interesting. See what happens in that final. What else did we miss on AEW?
Just the main event now. Phoenix and Lance Archer for a spot in the Face of the Revolution ladder match. It's Ray Phoenix and Lance Archer. What more do you want me to say? Ray Phoenix is probably the best wrestler on the planet
right now. Don't think
Lance Archer's the best he's been in AEW.
Yeah, I was trying to think. Probably he's really gained steam when he. Do you know when he returned?
Yeah, but like now he's got momentum, and he's just good in it. And like at the end when they did the fist bump, and it was just like the badass baby face, just like respect. But like Phoenix is out for the count, and
where does Phoenix go now? He hasn't won. Does he go on a darker path, or is it sort of a like fire underneath him?
No, I think he just continues because he took Lance Archer to the limit. There's no shame. I think he's just a top guy who has great matches. Don't get too high with the wins, don't get too low with the lows. I think he'll just continue and just keep having banger matches.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any character stuff's going to come off the back of this. I think it was just a fun.
Just two wrestlers having an incredible match.
Yeah, pretty much.
But again, AEW, great show, really good show.
Yeah, it's AEW, isn't it? Like they do. Really, I mean, there were lulls like Jake Hager versus Brandon Cutler were a bit random,
but they led to the Papa Buck stuff.
Yeah, I'm just looking through it. It was a good one. It wasn't the greatest Dynamite, but like they're all serviceable. They're all a joy to watch.
Yeah. Again, there's rarely anything where you go, that was absolutely awful.
Yeah.
And I think it's same with the other Wednesday show, NXT, which opened up with Dexter Lumis defeating Johnny Gargano in a non-title match. So Theory tries to get involved. It hits Lumis to the steel chair. Referee's not looking. Lumis uses this to his basically advantage after sort of taking the chair shot. Does hit the silence on Gargano, picks up the win. So I think Lumis is probably going to be the next North American champ.
I don't know what I think to that.
So yeah, the thing is, I'm actually liking the way right now that they're slowly gaining on me.
I like Dexter Lumis, but I don't know where he fits. I can't imagine him as a champion. Like, I just don't know what he'd add. I don't know what he'd add to about. Like,
I think he'd be a creepy champ in terms of someone would be cutting a promo in the ring. And do you know like normally how a wrestler instigates a title match? I think it would be Lumis who does a lot of these instigators. A wrestler might be cutting a promo, let's say Ciampa, and it cut to just Lumis staring at him, holding up the belt, and then that's how the match happens.
I mean, he's good, but I don't know. I feel like he's good in like a mid card thing. Like,
no,
I don't know. I mean, I'd be intrigued, but like promo, I don't know. It's such a big part of wrestling, and his entire character is that he doesn't have one.
Yeah, I couldn't understand. Yeah, I think it's something we haven't got.
He's a bit like Cameron Grimes. I feel like he should just be like in the wacky segments, but that don't mean to say he's like a 24/7 like jobber.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It is that mid carder, but what they're doing is good. It's not like awful. It's not 24/7 stuff, but you don't see it as the main event.
No, yeah, yeah.
It's a shame because I love Lumis. I love a lot of wrestlers this week, apparently. Isaiah Swerve Scott attacked Leon Ruff. This was before a match, just setting up that feud.
Don't forget it was a match against Rusty T.
You tell you what, Malcolm. We had to talk last week about Malcolm Bivens. Every week, I don't care about on TV. If he can just produce Twitter gold every week, I don't care.
Yeah. See, I do, because the majority of wrestling fans will not follow these people on Twitter. So, like, it's no good. What?
Yeah. I know what you mean, but they're great.
It's no good doing loads of things on Twitter and then being like, oh, well, like, just expecting people to know it. Like, no, you need to show it. They like AEW have the same issue when they're like, they just presume that everyone watches like Dark and anything on YouTube. And it's like, no, they don't. You need to show people.
Yeah.
I have the same issue with Malcolm Bivens.
Yeah, true. But just what I put out on Twitter after Miz lost. It's just the guy just screaming, he got cooked! He got cooked!
I didn't say that.
Oh, his Twitter game is unreal. Just shame it doesn't resonate off the TV. Io Shirai. Yeah, Io Shirai defeated Zoe Stark. Stark got a little bit of a showing. It was all about Io Shirai. Toni Storm comes out and demands an opportunity. She gets it. This takes place 2 weeks on NXT TV.
Do you think Zoe Stark's getting like a legitimate like?
I think she's getting a little bit of a rub. I just think put her against these big people.
A bit like Tyler Rust. We've not really had any introduction as to who she is. She's just Zoe Stark.
Yeah, she's Zoe Stark. True.
And considering they've signed so many people, like I don't know, like I just thought they might have given this kind of role to like Ty Valkyrie or someone. I don't know.
Yeah, but
it seems just really random. I like it, but it is random.
It is strange because normally you see, they're coming to NXT or they come out and do a cut promo. No, it's just like, yeah, she's wrestling in the ring. Oh, she picked up a win there. That's surprising. Maybe she's this new star. Oh, she's in a match with Io Shirai. She's challenged Shirai. It's something we rarely see.
As long as she hits a finish, like everyone. Yeah.
You're all sorted. Xia Li defeated Kacy Catanzaro by referee stoppage. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, Kacy Catanzaro, she's not like for real injured, is she? I swear I saw something that was like Catanzaro suffers broken leg, but I don't know whether that's real or not.
I don't think so. It looked like they went for the broken leg angle in terms of the way that Lee snapped on a leg, but
I don't. Yeah.
Anyway, Kacy Catanzaro's a bit of a bad person, so.
I don't.
No, I'm joking.
I'm not really into Kacy Catanzaro anyway.
No, I think she's great as the Rumbles. No, in terms of she's great in the Rumble spot, and it is something we don't see a lot of women wrestlers. But I don't think she's got the character or the promo. Or
that's it.
She obviously is still very rust. She's still a rookie, really. But
yeah, I don't know. As you say, there's not enough. There's not enough there for me aside from like she can do Ninja Warrior things. It needs fleshing out a bit more. But what don't need fleshing out is the. I'm not going to do my grizzled young veterans thing.
It was GIV defeated Killian Dane and Drake Maverick. Again, GIV are great, aren't they?
It's as soon as that music hits and you see Gibson walking out with a microphone in hand, it's the same. I get such a feeling of joy from it. I love Gibson. And it's really weird because when I used to watch him in at local indie shows in front of 200 people and stuff, I never got him. Yeah. I didn't understand it. I just thought he was really obnoxious and really annoying, which is what he is. But maybe it's because I understand what it is a bit more now. Like back when I was like 14 and 15, I was like, oh God, not Zach Gibson.
Zach Gibson. Yeah. I think it's very the same. Like you like certain wrestlers when you're younger for a reason, and then as you grow up, you're like, oh, you either appreciate wrestlers more or realize that some. So I really like Rey Mysterio when I was younger. Like when I started watching wrestling, I've gone back and look at old stuff. I was like, oh, Rey Mysterio's great, isn't it? As I got older, I was interested in more of Kofi Kingston, Cody Rhodes, Dolph Ziggler, and that was more like. That was probably a year after started watching. I was like, oh, these three I can really get behind. Yeah. Only one of them has really reached the heights.
I do like though how Gibson's changed it up. So when he was doing like indie shows over here, like the small ones, his gimmick was that if he was working in Liverpool, he was a face, but if he was anywhere else, it's like the most despicable heel.
Well, because he's a Scouser.
Yeah, but like he refuses to shake the hand of anyone who's not from Liverpool. But then when he's in Liverpool, he'll go around high-fiving everyone. And it's obviously he can't really do that in America, so he's just turned it up into just like total trash talker.
Yeah, which you know what? Actually, it plays well. It's very similar to when a player returns to a club and they stand in ovation, but then if they score a goal, they're getting booed. Let's say if they're a legend. Let's say if Mata returned to Chelsea and they were loved at Chelsea. People go, nice to see Juan Mata back. Good to see. And then if he banged in 3, everyone would hate him. It'd be very similar. I think if they did a show in the UK. As Zach Gibson came out, he will probably get the best ever boos you may ever hear. That's what I'm hoping an NXT takeover happens. But actually, full fat NXT in the UK.
Yeah.
Which I just don't think it will ever happen, unfortunately.
I think, James Drake is great, but he works better with, I think GYV just worked better not talking. Not GYV, James Drake.
James Drake.
He's not Zach Gibson on the mic. Yeah, I think it's funnier if you've got one who's a total just shit talker and then another one who just stays like dead silent.
You're not actually wrong. I think it does really work quite well. They're a great pairing.
Yeah.
I think James Drake is a better wrestler. As in, obviously, my opinion, I prefer him in the ring. Obviously, Gibson is.
Gibson isn't by any means like a
no
master in the ring. It's the pro. I mean, he's obviously great, but his promo stuff is sort of what's got him there. That's not a bad thing.
100%. Karrion Kross defeated Santos Escobar in a no disqualification match. So basically, he took out Joaquin Wilde and Raul Mendoza in the parking lot. Basically, was taken, and then hit Santos Escobar into a semi-trailer, 3-on-1, and then Karrion Kross gets the numbers back to himself, hits the finisher. Now, what I really like Santos Escobar, I think, it was when he had that promo a month ago, when he put the NXT roster on notice, I think they called it. I was like, this guy could be a champion. He could be your Andrade Cien Almas in terms of, do you know that foreign heel champion that people really don't like? How that with his
arrogant Mexican, basically.
Yeah, who thinks I'm the better wrestler? I could do better. I just don't like. I'm not a fan of Karrion Kross, but I think the whole style of Kross. I think having Scarlett with him, his entrance is great. I'm just not a fan of him personally as a character.
He's not an NXT guy.
No,
he's suited.
But his entrance is.
I said it from the start. In ring, I zone out.
Yeah, his intro is NXT. Like his whole package is. But yeah, like you said, he's on main roster. He would just suit better. Be that big guy everyone's scared of. But yeah, I'm not going to say that he's bad because he's not. He is a very good wrestler, but I prefer Santos Escobar.
Didn't he choose NXT over AEW?
I'm pretty. Yeah, I think he was going to be. He would have signed with both of them.
I'd have been fascinated to know what AEW would have done with him.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
He doesn't seem like an AEW guy.
He doesn't. I wonder who he was of, like, do you know, in terms of. But then I think Lance Archer may have not been got as much of a push. You know what I mean? Because eventually you would have had probably at the 1.3, you'd have had Brody Lee, Lance Archer, and Karrion Kross. You know what I mean? All at once. I just don't think it would have blended well together. Whereas at least he is really the only big guy on the NXT roster. Off the top of my head.
No, yeah. I get
that. And then the main event it was basically Kyle O'Reilly, I'm trying to think. So it was Strong Cole come out. Finn Balor, so Strong was hesitant to trust Adam Cole. Finn Balor comes out wanting a piece of Adam Cole. Strong stopped Balor from getting to Adam Cole. Adam Cole then super kicked Finn Balor again. Strong then just hits him with a clothesline. And then Adam Cole, so then they're both just sort of like kneeled on the ring. They're both Adam Cole's just begging on his knees. Roderick Strong just saying, "Forgive me, please. I beg you." They hugged it out, and then below the belt hit by Adam Cole. Yeah, it's all over.
Yeah. Did you think he was going to turn? Like, were you like, oh, he's obviously baiting him in? I kind of felt it.
I fell for it. I was just because Roddy Strong is such a good heel. I thought they were gonna hug and smiles and smirk at the camera and walk off out of the Capitol Rest together. But just because it is very Roddy Strong heelish of we had you, yeah, you dickhead. But no.
I'm sad the UAE's done, but Adam Cole is far better as a bad guy. As just total, smart bad guy.
100%. I like it. I think it's a sad because I really like the era. I think era might be the best thing that NXT have done. Okay. Genuinely, off the top of my head, I'd have to have time to think about it properly. But off the top of my head, I genuinely think it is the best thing.
Yeah, they're up there.
But yeah, again, NXT just a decent show. Just a very storyline based show. Xia Li gets storyline more progressive than that whole and the whole Meiging and Tian Shan stuff. So yeah, Tian Shan is the what they call the group. You've got the Tony Storm. You've got Isaiah Swift's got Leon Ruff. You've got the Way and Loomis. You've got GYV picking up more wins, Karrion Kross and Escobar, and the big era fallout with Finn just in there.
But yeah, I'll tell you what you do have on Impact Wrestling.
I'll go on. We'll move over to Impact now.
So on the new, so they do now an Impact pre-show, which is actually really, really good. Called Before the Impact on YouTube, and they always put an opening match on there. And this week's opening match was Fowler Bar versus Johnny Swinger.
Oh, for God's sake!
And with the help of his Swingerellas, the Swing Man picked up the win.
Oh God!
What a match! It was.
I was going to say, what a man!
It was wrestled at about 2 miles an hour, honestly.
Well, yeah, that's what you expect from Fowler Bar and Johnny Swinger. I'm not expecting a 5-star classic.
The finish was so bad as well. Fowler Bar just went for his bonsai drop, from the second rope. Missed it. Just fell on his arse and fell backwards, and Swinger just laid on top of it.
He is awful in it.
Yeah. Right, and then main show kicked off with a tables match. Dina versus Jake something. So in the conclusion of this big rivalry that they've had. Between Dina and Jake something, and Jake something got the win. So yeah, I don't know. It's a bit of an alpha violent by design. Eric Young confused Cowboy and Dina, but yeah, Jake something's good. He's got a really good look about him.
Yeah.
So who knows? Maybe they'll put him in the main event of the show later in the night. Moose comes out, demands his world title shot from Scott D'Amore. Says that the TNA World Championship is now recognised, but then Jake something has had enough of Moose taking his TV time, so he attacked him, and then the main event of the night is made. It's a TNA World Title match between Moose and Jake something. So that
Moose is a good champ, isn't it? No, he's a good champ.
Rich Swan's the Impact World Champ.
Oh, so was it for number one
TNA World Heavyweight Champion?
Right, yeah.
Moose basically bought the belt off eBay and awarded it to himself. but this week, it's now been officially recognised and it can be defended and stuff.
I forgot. I like it, but
for a year, Moose has been parading around as a false champion because it's a retired belt.
You know what I want to see now? Swinger comes out and he goes, "What the hell is that?" He comes out and he just goes, "Well, I've seen what happened to Moose, baby, so I've gone and bought myself my own champion." And it's like a WCW. No, not even that. Like a 1970s replica belt of the Eastern territories.
Yeah.
He goes, "I got to defend this."
We got more segments from Swingers Palace where you've got Alicia Edwards, Johnny Bravo, James Storm, Chris Sabin, Shearer, and Rohit Raju all playing poker. And it's just an opportunity for Swinger to just reel off more of his carny lines. I can't remember any of them, but I'll send you the video of it after this because he doesn't get old. It's just 2-minute segments every single week, and what he comes up with. He must write his own stuff.
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Because he's too funny not to. And then after that we are right. So this whole thing with Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers about he's bitten the eye and now Brian Myers is wearing an eye patch.
Yeah.
So Scott D'Amore's backstage with Matt Cardona and Brian Myers, and he says, "Right, we're going to have Brian Myers versus Eddie Edwards. Matt Cardona special ref. And do you know what the stipulation's going to be? Eye for an eye." And Brian Myers says, "That's a stupid idea. Who would ever think of doing an eye for an eye match?"
Little dig.
Yeah, and then Scott D'Amore says, "No, all right, fair enough. It's not going to be an eye for an eye match. You're right, that's a stupid idea." And then he walks up down the corridor, who would actually follow through with that idea? And then he went, I can't remember how he led into it, but it was like, next thing you know, the guy will have his working eye back within 3 weeks.
I love a bit of inter-wrestling rivalry.
It was a segment entirely dedicated just to make a a joke out of eye for an eye. And the match was made between Edwards and Myers with Cardona as the special guest ref, but there's no stipulation.
We wanted to Impact eye for an eye match.
To be honest, when they said it, I was kind of looking forward to it.
The thing is, I think Impact could have worked it well, just because I genuinely think they could have just had Brian Matt or whoever loses just wear an eye patch for an entire year. And because they can do independent shows, I'd like it if the wrestler would have just worn an eye patch the entire indie show as well, until a year later where he goes, his eyes grown back or something.
Yeah. Following up, we had a 6-man tag, and then the winning team would then face off in a triple threat next week to determine the number one contender for the X Division title. So the match involved Chris Bay, Ace Austin, and Black Taurus defeating Trey Miguel, Josh Alexander, and Willie Mack.
Black Taurus is great.
Yeah, I don't know. Trey, Alexander, and Willie Mack, they're all big names to be taking that kind of loss. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like I seem to remember Black Taurus being more entertaining in the ring than he is. He's got a cool look, but I haven't seen anything from him in the ring.
I don't think I've really watched that many Black Taurus matches.
I think I'm confusing him with El Hingo Di Vikingo, who is like one of the best wrestlers that I've genuinely ever seen.
Really?
Do you know of him?
No, I've never heard of him.
So he's in AAA, and he had a few matches in Impact before pandemic, and he's insane. Like he's an absolutely ridiculous high flyer. He looks like he weighs about 120 pounds. He's called El Hijo del Vikingo or something.
El Hijo del Phantasma?
No, Vikingo, like Viking. Right.
Vikingo. I found it. Here we go. Oh, he's a brute in there. Look at him.
He's awesome.
I wrestled on Impact as well.
I'm really hoping he comes back to Impact at some point. After, we had Good Brothers versus Triple XL. Doc Gallows swinging the belt between his legs. Anderson holding it up for him. It was. Good Brothers dispatched him pretty quickly with a magic killer.
Yeah.
And then we had what we thought was going to be Brian Myers versus Eddie Edwards, but then Brian Myers was like, "No, I'm not doing it." So then he brought out Hernandez, and Hernandez took a pretty quick loss.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not into the women's stuff on the show at the moment either. They had a tag with Susan and Kimberly versus Jordan Grace and Jazz.
Is Perazzo the champion?
Yeah. And Jordan Grace and Jazz got the win, but yeah, I'm not into the Susan stuff.
I understand what they're going for with, but yeah.
It'd be funny if it was a comedy character, but it's not. She's she's mixing it up with the main eventers. She's like Baron Corbin when he wrestled in a suit.
Yeah, it doesn't.
It doesn't add up. No. And then main event, TNA World Heavyweight title, Moose versus Jake something. So have you seen Moose's entrance where the spotlight's on
him? No, I haven't.
Okay, so like his entrance is basically like the entire room's blocked out, and then as his intro plays, he's just there like breathing really deeply with a spotlight on him. And Jake something comes out, attacks him, and then just stands in the spotlight himself.
I'm just watching Moose's entrance now.
It was a really good kind of visual.
Right, yeah, that makes sense.
And yeah, Jake's he went pretty back and forth as a main event match would be, but Moose was always going to win. Got a spear, got a chair from ringside, hit him with it. Rich Swann comes out, makes the save, and then security all come down, and there's a big breakaway brawl between Rich Swann and Moose. They'll go head to head in 11 days at Sacrifice.
A sacrifice. It spells disaster for you. They need to make a reference to that.
Yeah, they probably will. They'll probably have Steiner show up or something.
Backstage. Put him in with fucking Swinger.
Everything else in wrestling. 205 Live. What a joy that is. Kurt Stallion and the undefeatable Man Stewart defeated Ever Rise.
Yeah. They can't be stopped.
As soon as you see that Saudi Arabian text on the Titantron, you know it's game over.
Please, I'd love that if that's what. As soon as you see that the Saudi Arabian text on the Titantron, it spells disaster for you on 205 Live.
Have you seen that he's meant to be being called up to Maine?
Oh no! Keep it to.
He's good. He's a really good wrestler.
Oh, I know that's the thing. I've seen him on the indies and stuff.
Like,
but I just feel like he'll lose on the main roster.
Oh yeah, he will. He'll be Humberto Carrillo reincarnate. And then main event, August, not main event, the main event. August Gray defeated Tony Nese.
Yeah.
In the real main event. Oh wow. Okay. Speak of the devil. So in main event, Ricochet defeated Akira Tozawa.
And Ricochet got a win.
Yeah, really. It's against Tozawa.
Ah, true.
Mansoor defeated Drew Gulak.
Oh, go on. He's working his way up.
He's on main, apparently. Well, I must admit he was backstage at Raw, so.
Oh, go on, Mansoor.
Go on. Yeah, I like Mansoor.
The pride of Jeddah.
And NXT UK. Right, so there was a 6-minute match between Tyler Bate and Bailey Matthews. You know Regal.
Saw that. Wait, whose kid is it?
William Regal's.
Oh, right, yeah. I didn't know his name. I know who he wrestled, but I didn't know Regal's kid.
He's got the look. Oh, my, he's so good.
He's Regal's kid. He was going to be good.
I trained with him once, and you could tell he was good, but, like, he's evidently come on, like, leaps and bounds.
Do you know when they say it's in the genes?
He doesn't want to be known as William Regal's kid. Like,
is that why he's called Bailey Matthews?
Yeah, I think so. Like, I'm sure I heard someone say at the time that, like, he wants to. He doesn't sort of like the attention of it. Wants to make his own name in his own way. But he looks like Regal and he wrestles like him, which is like a great thing. That's the highest compliment. But I don't know character wise what he's gonna be, because at the moment he's like a stupidly good technical wrestler. But I don't know how they're gonna flesh him out a bit. But
yeah,
I don't know how old he is either.
I'm just looking now. He is. I can't find him actually. Bailey Matthews. No.
You could tell he were going places from when he were training. It's just in the genes, isn't it?
That's the thing. They say wrestling, and that's why you see so many former footballers, former NFL, former hockey players, kids go to the sport. It's in the genes. It isn't a thing. It's a natural kind of thing.
And then
I didn't realize. Sorry, it was a young lion in Japan, I think.
Oh, really? I didn't know that either.
Oh, no, sorry. Matthews under the name Joe Bell is training, working as a young lion with New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Wow.
Oh, fair play.
And then in the main event, we had a title change, didn't we? We had NXT UK tag titles. Pretty Deadly defeated the Gallus boys. So
shocked with that.
I don't know, man. They've been building Pretty Deadly up really strong.
I like Pretty Deadly as well. They've got some. Like, I would tune into NXT UK for Pretty Deadly.
Would you? Did you see the Twitter thing the next day where they're both in bed,
in the hotel room? Yeah. I don't think it was a hotel; it was a house, but yeah.
Yeah. It just, I don't know. There's some missing. Like, they came onto the scene with like really not much fanfare, and they were jobbers, and then after pandemic, they've just been like picking up wins for fun. Like, and let's face it, if you're gonna win the titles, like, surely at some point there must be a plan to move them over to full fat NXT, but I don't know. I can't imagine them like they're not two big names. They're just Lewis Howley and Sam Stoker. Like,
yeah, I'm just looking. Sorry, the championships, they've got NXT UK and the IPW 2 times, and that is the IPW tag team, and that is it.
That's it. Yeah, I mean, they've got a good look about them and they can wrestle, but it just seemed really sudden. I don't know.
I'm just looking at who they beat, like, to win them belts. No one huge. Like, they're not. I don't want to say they're not like big stars, but I feel like they're just under the radar.
Yeah, but I guess like the point is to put them on the radar by giving them the belts. It'll be interesting to see where they take them and how long they hold them for. Like, will we get another Worlds Collide event where we get like
beg? Only Lorcan and Danny Burch.
If by the time we get a Worlds Collide, when MSK will be champs, but GYB versus Pretty Deadly, grizzled.
There's something about it's that heel thing of we're better than you, but I don't know why. I feel like it works better as maybe just because they're English and there's that bias, but NXT
UK is doing good stuff. Ring of Honor. So this week they had Championship Week. It was like when Raw did Championship Monday.
Yeah.
So there were just 2 matches for the tag titles and the world title. It was the Foundation, which is John Gresham and Jay Lethal, versus La Faction Ingobernables, which is Dragon Lee and Kenny King.
Okay.
And there were new champs. Dragon Lee and Kenny King got the win. Although it was with a closed, because it was wrestled under pure championship rules, which is obviously like no cheating and like 3 rope breaks, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Referee wasn't looking. Dragon Lee closed fist to Jonathan Gresham. So yeah, that was that. New champs.
Is Dragon Lee the guy is he in New Japan?
I think so, yeah. He's currently the Ring of Honor TV champ as well. So he's a tag champ and a TV champ.
Yeah, he's who I thought it was. Fucking hell, he's only 25.
He's good. He's really good.
Yeah.
And then in the main event, it was Shane Taylor versus Roosh for the world title.
Rush is good as well. Oh, sorry, Rush is good.
Yeah, Roosh is great. And then there was a ref bump. I think it was Kenny King came out. Chair shot to Shane Taylor. Helps his Lost Faction Ingobernables member, Roosh, get the win. So it were two sort of non-clean finishes.
Yeah.
But they were done well enough to make them, like, fair enough.
I've seen the EC3.
There was a really good,
bit of momentum.
There was a really good 17-minute match before it. Like Shane Taylor's great. I think I said last week.
Yeah.
How I really like him, especially because he's just won a 6-man title as well. And Roosh, he's now, I think they said, the 6th longest reigning Ring of Honor world champion of all time.
That's gone really under the radar.
Well, it's like anyone in it. They've had it through pandemic. So
yeah, exactly. I saw that EC3 was really picking up momentum as well.
Yeah, well, there's I think there's a fatal 4-way something next week, and EC3's in it. So because he signed full time with Ring of Honor, I really like Ring of Honor at the minute. It's going really under the radar.
Is Joe Hendry still there?
No. If he is, he's not been. I've not seen him in the 4 months I've been watching.
Who is Joe Hendry? I'm finding out where Joe
Hendry's. I would definitely realise if Joe Hendry was on.
Here we go. He's currently signed with the Ring of Honor.
Is he? Oh, maybe he just can't fly over them.
Yeah. I was looking at ICW 2017, the prestigious one. What culture MMA? No, not on there.
Just finally, my favourite wrestling show of the week. It's New Japan Strong.
Oh, yeah.
3 matches. Started with JR Kratos defeating Jordan Clearwater. Jordan Clearwater's just kind of like a skinny athletic guy. Like, he's good, but he's like a US young lion. Okay. Yeah, he's like a dojo guy, I think. I'm pretty sure anyway. Have you seen JR Kratos before?
No, I can't look at him.
Big beefy boy.
Chunky boy.
Really
JR Kratos.
Great big guy. I don't know how old he is, because I've never seen him before.
Found him. Jesus.
He's thick.
1982. You were born.
That's nearly 40 then.
Yeah. He's also the current NWA World Tag Team Champion. He's the World NWA Tag Team Champion.
Okay. Second match, it was Bateman defeating Clark Connors. I really like Bateman. The whole Bateman's entire packaging is just superb because he's in Ring of Honor as well.
Is that Tyler Bateman?
Yeah, with his mustache and the lenses.
Yeah,
and his entrance music's really circus, mysterious.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's.
I've seen him before. He's huge. He's 6'3" as well.
Yeah, in ring he's good. He's not exceptional, a top worker, but it's the character stuff that really means that it doesn't matter to me. He's just so engaging. And then the main event, Team Filthy versus Ren Narita, who's a young lion. And
TJ. I love Ren Narita.
Yeah, well, I love Team Filthy because do you know who was on it? It was the Puerto Rican Pappy, Danny Limelight, and the Dirty Daddy, Chris Dickinson.
Oh, I thought it was Filthy Tom Lawler. So that's where he's been on.
Well, they were a part of Team Filthy. They were a part of his.
Yeah, that makes sense then.
You know, the Dirty Daddy, the Putrid Papa, the Filthy Father, call him what you want. And they got the win in a pretty good 15-minute main event. Danny Limelight, I've said this before, he's done 3 matches on AEW Dark. That guy shouldn't be on AEW Dark. He's a star. He's so good. I think he's only in his 20s because I've never seen him before.
I think we talked about him last week. He is 29.
Right. In terms of look, in ring, promo, he's got it all for me. And I know Chris Dickinson's a bit older and he's more of a veteran. But again, he's got it all in ring, promo, look wise. But he's just a big guy. He's just big meathead. He's the dirty daddy. He doesn't need look.
He's the dirty daddy.
So yeah, any of those winners tonight. Maybe not so much JR Kratos, but Bateman, Dickinson, and Limelight. I want to see them go far.
Okay.
Them are guys. Strong's so good. It's a joy to watch.
Good show. Very good.
Yeah,
good wrestling.
Everything else.
Yeah, we'll move on to Friday Night SmackDown now. Show opened up with Daniel Bryan challenging Roman Reigns for a match at Fastlane. Jey Uso got involved, and basically led to a match later on in the evening. If Bryan beat Uso, he gets a match at Fastlane against Roman. Otis and Chad Gable defeated Rey and the Mysterios.
Oh, yeah.
Apollo versus Shinsuke Nakamura now. I think before the match he came out, it seems like he's in Chandler's powerful Nigerian roots.
This was great.
Pardon?
Great promo.
Yeah. I thought you said lame. I'm like, I really like this.
No, this is awesome.
It's a character.
So long as they do it properly and treat it with respect and don't just turn him into I am foreign, I am bad guy.
Yeah.
I don't know how being Nigerian is going to translate or affect his in-ring work in terms of the moves
Style.
And stuff. Yeah, I know it obviously gives him far more outside of it. Although I did laugh when he put on the Nigerian accent at the end of the promo because obviously he was saying, in the words of my grandfather, it's just funny going it.
It makes sense, but yeah.
So he doesn't. He better not start talking like that all the time.
No,
because that would be Kofi Kingston talking Jamaican for some reason.
That was great. It was just when they referenced. Yeah, I think it's a huge win over Shinsuke Nakamura.
Oh yeah, people Shinsuke buried. Well, it's not Shinsuke buried. Shinsuke's at the point now where I reckon he probably wants to put people over. And,
I think he'll be their Japanese liaison. Do you know if when they call Japanese wrestlers up, he'll be definitely their guy.
It's not just a loss for the sake of it either. It's Apollo with a totally new leash of life, reinvented.
Everyone complained that Apollo doesn't have a character. He's got one, and he's picked up on one. Yeah, exactly. It'd be interesting to see what comes with Apollo, especially after his promo on Talking Smack, where he sort of called. This was before the character change, where he really did start to snap. It's nice to see that they've sort of carried that on.
There was obviously the bit of him with Roman Reigns backstage. Do you think
it'd be interesting?
You've got the tribal chief and the Nigerian.
Yeah,
I think of what he called himself, but.
It'd be interesting what they do. I think I'd be fine with him going single for a while. And maybe this thing doesn't work with him channeling, but he still wants to embrace it. And Roman goes, well, we're a family. You can come in, you can still... We're all about embracing your roots. And maybe he becomes another henchman for Roman. Possibly.
Yeah.
Interesting where that goes.
Be good.
And then the best result on the show. Tamina picked up a great win. Come on, Tamina.
It's really weird. It's really weird because you love Tamina and can't stand Natalya, and I really like Natalya and can't stand Tamina.
Oh, we love Tamina. It's just because she's been around for so long, yet it's just Tamina in it.
It was. I felt a bit bad for Riot Squad, particularly with Morgan, but also this entire story is built around Billy Kay.
Yeah,
that was Billy Kay.
Oh yeah, she were there, weren't she? Who cares anymore? Pooh, right?
Who cares?
No, in terms of I don't care for Natalya, and I'm sort of I'm losing steam for this Billy Kay thing.
It's not. It's been going for a while, and we've not really progressed with it.
Yeah,
it's a bit one-dimensional.
Just a little bit,
but we'll see.
We'll wait and see. Bianca Belair challenged Sasha Banks, so she eventually does make her decision, which was really nice. Basically.
Sorry, I was just going to say, I feel like a week or 2 weeks ago, I was singing the praises of Reginald. Now I feel like he comes out, and I'm a little bit like, ugh, again. Because he seems to be doing the same stuff. Reginald is now the star of the show as opposed to Carmella.
Yeah. Strange will come. Did Carmella even come out?
No.
Yeah. No.
I don't know where the end goal with this is.
I was thinking it was more pair Reginald with Sasha. It's slowly looking like, in a way.
No, Sasha should not be with.
Oh, no, I don't think, but...
And they've had their intergender match. I don't know. I feel like Reginald was called up to just be like extra to appear in the odd segment with Carmella, and now Carmella's just kind of vanished, whilst Reginald's at the forefront of the women's title picture.
I mean, I do feel for Carmella because it also happened with Ellsworth. It's happened with Reginald now.
Yeah.
It's a shame. Wait and see where this goes. The Street Profits defeated Corbin and Zayn. Corbin, it was more about Corbin getting out of Zayn's documentary crew for getting in the way. As he was distracted, Ford dove over Simon into Corbin, and then Dawkins picks up the win, and then Ford does the frog splash for the 3 count.
That stuff were really funny with the Sami Zayn documentary crew backstage. Just don't put these in an actual tag team.
No.
Please don't. They've been together now for about 3 weeks. Don't do it.
I do like it though. I just want them to release the documentary soon.
Yeah, I hope we get like a full an hour, fully kayfabe.
Yeah, do you know how they do we just had the Big E documentary, which I really need to watch. Is it? I need to get.
One of the best. It's still obviously exceptional, but they've done some like unreal 24 documentaries.
One of my favorite ones is Seth's. Seth's is one of my favorite.
I think mine's Edge, and like I've got no nostalgia for Edge, and like I'm not that interested. But just seeing the journey of the comeback, what a story.
For me, 365 are also one of the best.
Yeah,
like people complain the actual programming WWE, but their non-live TV is exceptional. Like their documentaries they can do are very good. It's one thing you've got to give them praise to. Cesaro painfully basically just attacked Seth. Seth's new character, he can wear whatever he wants.
What do you make to what Buddy Murphy's up to on Twitter?
I think
he's now, what is it, the best kept secret once again, and he's just like posting pictures of him with the Cruiserweight title, him with Wesley Blake and Alexa Bliss.
Him with Seth.
Like, do you think he's bored, or do you think he's just like teasing?
I think he's just trying to get a bit of momentum in WWE.
Yeah, I do. I don't know. It's really strange.
I feel so sorry for him. I really do.
Odd. Yeah,
because even with the earlier stuff, he was on TV every week.
Well, that was the last stuff he was doing. The last stuff he was doing, he was like winning match. I know. I'm gonna look this up when his last match was, because he was winning for fun. Like he pinned Seth. He was with the Mysterios. He was on Talking Smack.
I just feel like he's trying to get himself a bit of standing in the company, and if he can get himself over,
it's madness. That Murphy, Andrade, and Aleister Black are all off TV because creative's not got anything to fall. Hell, throw Bo Dallas into that.
You know what? Put them in a 3-way feud. Have them at the kickoff show of Mania. Yeah, it's awful, but I want them on the shows.
I feel like this isn't right because I'm sure we pinned Seth on SmackDown. Yeah, this isn't right. So I was gonna read when his last match was, but it says here it was back in October. But that sounds way too long ago.
I'm trying to think when Seth would have gone. When did Seth go?
He went at Survivor Series. Oh God, it might be right.
Yeah, I genuinely think this could be it.
No.
I'm trying to find out now. SmackDown Live, that's 2019. We've got a background in bungee jumping, which is nice. This was from 11th backstage update on Superstar Buddy Murphy. Okay, this could be a bad link. I'm going to close it down because it's probably a bad link. But anyway, back to Cesaro and Seth Rollins. I love that Cesaro's getting this big chance to shine now.
Yeah, I think we'll go to WrestleMania with it.
Fingers crossed. Again, I want to try, like I said before, I'd love an Intercontinental 6-man ladder match. Cesaro, Seth, Bryan, Jay, and 2 more. KO, and someone. Just because I love I want an Intercontinental ladder match. I miss them.
Yeah, but I don't want Cesaro in it. I just want Cesaro versus Seth.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I can agree.
I just want it as a singles match. I don't.
Wait, who is the
ever had a proper singles match?
Who is the Intercontinental Champion? Big E.
Big
E. Obviously, he had the documentary, and then the main event was Daniel Bryan versus Jey Uso, ended in a double count out. Roman basically comes a great match, and then Roman comes out ahead, hits the spear at the end.
Talking smack. What do you reckon?
I haven't seen it this week.
Oh, it's Daniel Bryan, and I think they basically it was Daniel Bryan's like big impassioned promo, being like I rank in the bottom 1% for people who have the most ambition in life, and they were like, "How are you successful with so little ambition?" And he was like, "I just love what I do." And then from there, like Paul Heyman basically booked. I think is it a steel cage match against Reigns? Is it a steel cage versus Jey Uso on SmackDown? And if he wins, he gets Reigns.
I think so. I think it's something to do with steel cage match for sure.
Yeah, it was. I can't quite remember, but Talking Smack once again it was just must see.
It's something. I wonder who's doing it. You know what I mean?
Paul Heyman.
It does give me Paul Heyman vibes.
No doubt in my mind, particularly because Raw Talk is so crap. Not even Kayla Braxton could save Raw Talk.
And Kayla's great as well.
Yeah, I mean, Charlie Caruso's great, but like Kayla's, I'd put them on a level playing field.
Yeah.
I think Kayla Braxton can be more serious, whereas Charlie Caruso's more like fun. I don't know. Yeah. I can't imagine Charlie Caruso and Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
To me, that doesn't work.
The thing is, Kayla's really entertaining on the bump.
Oh, God, I've given up with the bump. It's too long.
I don't watch it. I don't, but clips I'll see. It's clearly, the bump isn't a good show, but the guys that are on it are clearly wrestling nerds. They're big wrestling fans. And that's one thing I do like to see, of these wrestling fans having a chance just to talk about wrestling.
Yeah, but Ryan Popolo's a bit weird with it.
All of them are a bit weird with it. There's no normal wrestling fans.
Popolo's like, one of the creepy Sasha Banks stands that you find on Twitter.
Oh, right, okay. Well, yeah,
he's one of them. The rest of them
weird.
Are nerds, but they're fine. Whereas Ryan Popolo's like, his obsession with Sasha Banks, and I know it's a bit like of a gimmick, but it is a bit weird.
Give it a rest. Move on to Raw. Raw opened up with a Drew McIntyre promo. We got interrupted by the Maze MVP, and then Sheamus, and it led to a match where McIntyre would pick up the win over Sheamus. Guessing this feud has got to be over for now, for sure.
Yeah, well, I think that's it. I reckon this was just like fine. Not that it needed a final nail in the coffin, but this was it, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. Nia Jax defeated Naomi. Naomi and Lana were getting sort of a bit of fire under themselves.
Oh, they've given this an F on Bleacher.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did this accomplish?
Absolutely F on.
Naomi had been booked really, really well up until this point.
And then just got the win.
And then they said Rhea Ripley's coming.
Yay.
Yeah.
Good luck, Rhea. Good luck when you have to wrestle Nia Jax 10 weeks in a row.
Welcome to the graveyard.
The Miz, he was due to face Bobby Lashley. Oh, but he had a bit of stomach pain, and he couldn't wrestle. So, I don't know what's going to happen. Lashley did attack him. He ran back and attacked him. And Adam Pearce said, "Well, you've got until 10, basically." To get yourself better, which, in fairness, Adam Pearce, is not much time. If we're talking non-kayfabe and he genuinely has intense stomach pains, an hour isn't enough time. At least give him till the end of the show, Adam. Off the storyline.
He didn't even get changed, though, did he?
No, he didn't actually.
You know, rule number 1 of wrestling is always take your gear.
You've always got to. I'd love it if, like, you got a wrestling TV show or something, but the whole storyline is wrestlers have their gear. I just want to see. Do you know, like, when the first show that's back on the road? I kind of like if we get an R-Truth segment or something where he's driving in the middle of nowhere and he gets challenged to a match and he goes 2 seconds. He runs in the car, comes out, and he's like, "How'd you do that?" It's like, you're a wrestler. You've got to be ready with your gear.
Yeah. I don't know. R-Truth at this point. I'm like, ugh.
I love Truth.
I would say just one more thing. Oh yeah, with the match itself, this would have been all right, but like, like a month ago, weren't we portraying Adam Pearce as like, yes, he's retired, but this guy was a serious wrestler, NWA champion. Like, this guy went in to roll him up and got rolled up. Like, come on.
Well, so the way it happened was Braun comes out and Shane basically goes, well, yeah, I sort of understand your thing, so I'm going to do a tag team title shot, and you're going to be with Adam Pearce. Braun runs wild, taking out the Hurt Business. He hits the running power slam. I think it was on Shelton. But Shane hops up and says, tagging Adam. He tags him in. Adam Pearce gets rolled up.
Yeah, also, should Braun Strowman, in theory, be able to beat your tag champs in a 2-on-1 handicap? Not just tag champs, but tag champs that have been booked pretty respectably as well.
Yeah, I know.
And I know all the record books will show is that the Hurt Business won, but the wider context of it, was not good.
I just hope that Lashley's title win really sort of enhances Hurt Business. And apparently they were worried that it would just enhance Lashley, but I hope it enhances all of them. Damian Priest defeats Elias. That was set up in a backstage segment.
Ew, do you think Damian Priest is losing momentum? This was bad.
Yes and no. Yes, because it's Elias, but no, because he's still picking up wins. When he starts having awful comedy segments, I can let them off. I can say yes, but he's still picking wins up to now. I think we all know what this is. I think this is leading to a WrestleMania match. The Miz and Morrison versus Bad Bunny and Priest. Priest picks up the win, and then the Raw after, he beats Morrison very convincingly. And then he challenges for the United States against who's the United States champion? Not Lashley. Riddle. Challenges Riddle, possibly beats him. I don't know there. Or puts up a great contest. I think Priest will have a championship match within the year.
Yeah, quite possibly. I don't know. It's just felt he's been on main now for 4 or 5 weeks, and he's having dead rubbers with Elias. And I know we're working towards that WrestleMania match with alongside Bad Bunny, but we've got a long way to get there.
Yeah,
there's still a lot of time to kill, and this isn't the greatest inclusion. I mean, Elias and Riker are
oh, well, no, I always like Elias.
Yeah, Elias is all right. I feel like it's Riker that's kind of
it's awkward.
Brought it down to his level. I don't know.
First of all, the pairing doesn't work, but not every single viewer, but majority of viewers know what Riker has done. And that's what I do feel sorry for Elias. Elias might be a genuinely really nice guy behind the scenes, but it's just a shame. Bobby Lashley.
One more thing I was just going to say. I've also said before, Elias is basically a homeless person who can play music.
Yeah.
He should not, and overnight he just transformed into actual musician on Apple Music. I was like, what? This isn't Elias. He's the guy who sings
he's the drifter.
Yeah, he basically sings how good your hometown sports team is, or he says how bad they are. It's not. Yeah, it doesn't work. It's flawed.
He's definitely one that benefits from a crowd.
Yeah, for sure.
Bobby Lashley defeats The Miz by count out, so the match literally starts. Miz runs out the ring, runs up the ramp, runs away. You know what? Initially, I would have said, yeah, this was awful. I like it. Miz knows he's not going to win.
Yes. Yeah, it was silly, but I did quite like it.
It's prolonging the inevitable, and it's the heelish way. So he runs out, and basically there's a backstage segment which basically goes... So then the match gets rescheduled for 11. Charlotte Flair defeats Shayna Baszler. Fuck off, Charlotte. I'm fed up.
I didn't see this. Did this happen? Really? Oh,
yeah,
no.
Charlotte beats Shayna.
Oh, that's bad.
Flair throws Jax into the ringside steps. Then she hits the natural selection on Baszler for the win.
Who gains?
No one.
Crikey.
No one gains.
Wow, I must have not been watching that. Oh yeah. No. Yeah.
Riddle and the Lucha House Party defeat Retribution.
Why are Riddle and Lucha House Party team? Apart from they probably love to have fun.
That is genuinely probably the reason.
They've been a team for on quite a few occasions now, and there's been
backstage segments and stuff.
Yeah, there's been no connection. I mean, they're good and they mesh well, but why?
Strange, isn't it?
like, I don't know, like Retribution are an actual team. LHP and Riddle aren't.
It's a shame. But one thing that I did like, Mustafa Ali does pick up a win over Riddle. Now, I'm not a fan of Riddle losing, but I like this Mustafa. And the one tweet that really made me like was just, he put out just saying, imagine the United States champion is called Mustafa Ali. And I liked it. There was something about it, the tweet and the win. It's nice. And you know what? If Ali was a face, I think a lot of people would be really rooting for him.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of people are rooting for him.
Really, 100. Yeah. Oh, yeah. But in terms of
beats that big stiff idiot Riddle. Also, like Riddle's still got a court case hanging over him. I'm surprised they've even gone this far in with him anyway. Yeah.
Also, I think if everyone knows the segment, like it's very pro Riddle in terms of the court case. But yeah, very strange.
Yeah, I didn't like Retribution are so dead in the water until they give them the real names and take off those masks. Like,
you know what?
What amazes me is it's how bad T-Bar looks. T-Bar looks like the biggest lumbering, goofy fool. Whereas when he was Dijakovic, he looked so cool with his like red trunks and the hair. And
I would kind of like if Ali does win the belt every week, he goes, "I've had enough of this. T-Bar, take off your mask." It's Dominic Dijakovic. He's one of the best wrestlers in NXT. A week after, it's Dio Madden. He's this tall, lumbering man. You should be scared. Shane Thorne. He's you know what I mean? Just come with me again. And still call themselves Retribution, but just have their real names. And every week, you just take the mask off and just go, "This is stupid. Why are we wearing these stupid masks? I'm the champion now."
Well, I was just wondering this morning. I don't know why it came to me, but Shane Thorne, he's still on Raw and stuff. Where's Tony Modra?
I don't know where Tony Modra is.
He's not even been on like NXT or anything. Because like they moved him back to NXT in the summer and they renamed him. And he's not been anywhere. And obviously, and like you know how big of a fan of Brendan Vink I was. I was looking forward to seeing Tony Modra mix it up in NXT.
The only one.
Yeah, just not been anywhere. The thing is, he's actually like a good wrestler. Like,
yeah, he's not awful. I can give you that. But the main event, it was Bobby Lashley versus The Miz. And Shane McMahon comes off and said, "But you've got nowhere to go now, Miz." As I welcome the Lumberjacks down, the Lumberjacks come to the ring. Lashley beats him in seconds. New WWE champion. You know what? And this is where Rowan family has a good chat about this. Okay, you know I'm very pro Miz.
Yep.
I'm happy that Lashley's won. He deserves it. He's in the form of his career. Yeah. For me, they could have done this so much better.
It feels premature.
It feels genuinely. What I thought they should do is this entire episode of Raw. It was Miz. How they did it? It was Miz just using as many tactics as he could to not wrestle. I don't know what you could in the Lumberjack match. Maybe Morrison snuck in as a Lumberjack, sneaks in and stops the match, and then ends with Lashley just going, "Fine, fast lane, me versus you." No interferences. If that happens, I win the belt. And you know what I mean? We get to Fastlane. Drew McIntyre comes out. He doesn't involve. He doesn't even come out. He just stands at the top of the ring. He's not interfering. He doesn't go anywhere near Lashley. Miz sneaks a win. And then you go. And then Miz is next Raw. He's so cocky. He goes, "You lot never thought I'd held the belt for more than a month. Well, look at me. I've still got it." Lashley comes out, goes and just gets way more serious. McIntyre gets involved. And again, Miz is just sat in the back. Even though he's the champion, he's not the main focus. It's all on Drew Lashley. And then at Mania, the Miz versus Lashley versus Drew. I don't know who wins out of Drew and Lashley. I don't. One of them wins. Whoever doesn't win has the belt at SummerSlam.
All right, it's long term.
It is such long term. But I just think you could have done a lot more. Because what you're going to do now with Lashley is you're going to have Lashley maybe wrestle the Miz again at Fastlane, and then you're going to have him wrestle Drew at Mania. Yay? Yeah. Lashley deserves more. I think everyone in this these three people deserved more of a title reign. Because if you're talking about how Miz, he shouldn't have the thing here, Lashley deserves it more than Miz. And that's coming from someone who wants #justice for the Miz. We'll get it trending.
Yeah. I I don't know. I was just so uninvested in the Miz.
I understand that. Yeah.
Just on the sheer basis that the belt is now off him, it's fine. I don't think there's an issue with doing Lashley Miz at Fastlane, because let's face it, Fastlane is the most unimportant pay-per-view of the year.
Lashley's on the belt, so we can lose it to Drew.
Lashley versus Drew is a genuine WrestleMania match.
It is.
With a lot of intrigue around it, because I don't know who'd win. You'd think
Drew. They're doing it for the moment.
But I don't know. Yeah, maybe it's Drew's big moment in front of the crowd.
He's done it in front of a crowd now.
A 3-time champion, all in the space of a year.
Yeah, I know, but
because now Lashley was facing that match. Are we going to get face Lashley versus face Drew?
Nah.
No,
heel Lashley.
But Lashley was a face, and it's been facing forever. That was the bit I found to be like really confusing. And I know the dynamic kind of like forced it to be, because obviously he wants his title shot, and he's finally got it, and he's taken out like the chicken S heel. But
yeah,
like I don't know, man, because the Hurt Business, that should not be a babyface group. They are not.
No. No, I don't. I just think for Lashley might lose it in Mania, and then it'll be a reign that people go, it was for a month and a bit. I'd like it if it was Miz hold it for a while. Not for a while, until Mania. Lashley wins it there. Then Lashley holds it for a good 4 months, 6 months, then loses it. Rather than him hold it for a month. I feel like Drew is going to win it at Mania. That's my... If Lashley wins, I'll be fine at Mania. I will, but I just feel like Drew is.
Yeah. I know you're far more into Miz. I'm not particularly into Lashley. Like, he's good, but I don't know. There's always it's never quite clicked with me. Even when he was like a world champion in TNA, I was always a bit like, yeah.
I definitely see where you're coming from with that. I think this isn't really talk about Miz. I just want Lashley to have a really good run, because him and the Hurt Business deserve it after what they've done during the pandemic. I think they definitely deserve it way more than Drew. I still
don't think the Hurt Business feel like a top tier act though.
I'm hoping that this now. I'm hoping that having Lashley with the belt really puts them up now. Because I'd be all for MVP somehow winning the United States, and they have truly got all the gold.
Oh, no, it's too much. I think we've been there with all the gold storylines in recent times. I don't want to see part-timer, semi-retired MVP.
Trafficate's like he's not part-timer. He's on every show, but in terms of wrestling, he is. Yeah, okay, I can understand that. It'd be interesting to see.
Idea, but when you think about it, I think it falls to pieces. But yeah,
we've got 2 weeks. 2 weeks now until Fastlane, so it'll be interesting to see 2 or 3 weeks. Interesting to see what happens there.
2 or 3. Yeah, when's Fastlane? Yeah, we've got 2 more
after Sacrifice. Yeah, so 2 more Raws left.
Right.
Interesting to see what happens with that. But for the main event this week, we're going to do a AEW Revolution prediction. So that is happening on Saturday. Sunday.
Monday in this country.
Yeah. So that's happening.
AEW don't do pay-per-views on Sunday, because every time the promoter Excalibur goes, I don't know if you've noticed, he goes AEW Revolution on Sunday. Yes, Sunday.
I think there must be a reason. I don't know whether NBA is on or something.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it doesn't
very strange.
Really affect me. I've grown up with obviously like Sundays are pay-per-view nights, but for AEW I've kind of become accustomed to Saturday nights. I think that's why I'm a little bit down on NXT at the moment, because I just love NXT takeovers being on the Saturday nights before a big pay-per-view.
Yeah, it's the one thing that
just the hype in it.
It's the WrestleMania weekends where you've got Hall of Fame Friday, just because you never know what's going to happen at Hall of Fame. People might get attacked. There might be milk. Then Saturday, you've got for pound, the best wrestling show of a takeover, and then you've got the Sunday of just it's the big one. It's WrestleMania.
Yeah, and of course on the other 3 times a year.
Yeah, yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I think it's great. But we'll do AW Revolution predictions. So first of all, we have the Casino Tag Team Royale for a future AW World Tag Team Championship match. So there are two being announced. So if you've got one, but it's Bear Country, which is Bear Boulder and Bear Bronson. The Dark Order, which is Alex Reynolds, John Silver, and the Dark Order, Evil Uno, Stu Grayson. We have the Inner Circle, Santana Ortiz, the Butcher and the Blade, Private Party, Isaiah Cassidy and Mark Quinn, Top Flight, Darius Martin and Dante Martin versus two being announced. So I think there's going to be one more. Who've you got for that one? Really?
I don't think they'll win it. Well, no, if they're in it, I think they'll win it. But I'm going to go with Reynolds and Silver.
I'm going to go. I'm going to go.
Akam and Rizal, do it.
Do you think?
I can't think of any other tag teams who were on the map.
Yeah, same. I'm going to go Evil Uno and Stu Grayson.
No.
No, he's got very excited.
The real one and Kaz XL.
Oh, I don't want to see Enzo.
On that indie show.
Don't want to see Enzo, but I want to see Kaz because Kaz is huge. He's got into right shape.
They're still teaming, aren't they?
They are.
I don't know. Enzo's been better recently.
I don't know whether AEW would take him though.
No, I don't. I think he'd have to do a lot of proving that he's like far less maybe problematic than he was, but.
Yeah,
I'd
take AOP.
Like, I mean, I know they'd have a different kind of theme, but like, could you imagine if they did have the WWE theme and they just turned up with, if you're soft, you're sloppy or whatever it is.
Yeah, it would be nice. It really would.
I wonder if they still do the soft stuff.
It wouldn't be soft, but they'd find something. I remember the pop they used to get.
Yeah.
I had mates who wasn't really a massive wrestling fan, but he just loved Enzo.
Yeah, I mean the guy's got charisma coming out of like everywhere.
Oh, one thing did you see Leo Rush's tweet? Did you see if Lashley won, I'll do it? And then he tweeted out him going Lashley.
Yeah, man. Well, Lashley and Leo draped in gold.
Exactly. By the way, I'm going to go the Dark Order. I'm going to go Evil Uno and Stu Grayson. I think maybe
Bear Country.
Bear Country, true. But I think the Dark Alex Reynolds, John Silver have got something to play later with Hangman Page. So I kind of like how they explained it, where they went, we didn't come out to save you because we had the match. Kind of like, guys, why was it them two again? He goes, well, they won the Battle Royale or something. Yeah. No, you know what? I'll change it. Inner Circle, Santana and Ortiz. Why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Because they've just had a shot against the Young Bucks, but fair enough.
I don't care. I like them. Miro and Kip with Penelope Ford versus best friends Orange Cassidy and Chucky T. Who's winning?
Miro and Kip.
Really?
It's Miro, isn't it?
Best friends. Trent returns.
He's been out for about 2 months.
Exactly.
It's a 6-month injury.
Oh, is it a genuine injury, by the way?
Yeah.
I thought it was a gimmick.
He's out for half a year.
Oh, I thought it was a gimmick injury.
No, he's
right.
He's out.
Oh, Miro and Kip then.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah.
I was like, the Young Bucks versus the Inner Circle.
What you say?
Cares? The Young Bucks versus Inner Circle.
Yeah. As if we said, who cares about this match? It should be so good.
They're not a tag team. The Young Bucks, Papa Buck interference.
Young Bucks aren't doing all.
Inner
Circle spice things up, and Jericho doesn't win on pay-per-view anymore.
True. I'm going to go the Young Bucks, Papa Buck interference. Imagine that. Super kick by Papa Buck. I think I'll just go the Young Bucks. I'd like to see Top Flight win that Battle Royale.
I'm a fan of that. I wouldn't have an issue with anyone winning.
No. Your boys, Team Taz versus Darby Allin and Sting. In a street fight. That is.
Darby and Sting.
Yeah, Darby and Sting. It's Sting's first match.
But Darby gets the pin over like Cage or something. I don't know. Sting cannot get the deciding fall.
No, Allin gets it over Starks. But it's a street fight, anything can happen.
Yeah, and then maybe going to a Ricky Starks Darby Allin feud. Yeah,
like that. Hikaru Shida versus either Nyla Rose or Ryo Mizunami. So first of all, who wins out of Nyla Rose and Rio? Rio?
Nyla.
And then Hikaru and Nyla.
Nyla.
Yeah.
It seems like too big of a tournament to do, only to just get beat on pay-per-view.
Yeah,
I feel like it's got to actually lead to something.
Yeah, I'll go Nyla as well. Big money match. The winner receives the losers 2021 first quarter earnings. Adam Page versus Matt Hardy.
It's got to be Adam Page on it. It's not really up for discussion.
It's Adam Page. If Adam Page doesn't lose, I'll cry. If he loses, I'll cry. Yeah, I think it's all Adam Page. His storyline makes sense. Private Party try to get involved, and the bit of the what's he called? His YouTube channel, Meat Man and Reynolds gets involved. Yeah, that's his choice. I can't believe it's called his channel. Cool. We have the face of the Revolution ladder match: Cody Rhodes with Arn Anderson, the Scorpio Sky versus Penta versus Lance Archer with Jake Roberts versus Preston versus basically number 10 or Max Caster versus there's another match rest to be announced.
I am desperate for this. I would be unbelievably happy if this was Max Caster.
What, beating 10?
Beating all of them.
No, he's not in the match. It's 10 versus Max Caster tomorrow.
Oh, it is, isn't it? It's 10 versus Max Caster. Oh, I didn't read it. I didn't see that. Well, yeah, Max Caster wins. Yeah.
Wow. And Max Caster wins it all?
What? No, 10 wins, but I want Max Caster. Right. Okay, well, that changes.
But the person gets an AEW tint.
It's either Cody or Lance, and it depends whether Cody puts his ego in front of things. Oh. Cody doesn't need the win at all.
And he doesn't need the shot of the TNT Championship. I think
Lance has got so much momentum. We've kind of been there with Cody versus Darby. You get big guy Lance Archer challenging Darby Allin for the TNT title. Big man, little man.
You know what? I'd be up for anyone in this match, bar probably Cody Rhodes and Scott. No, Scorpio Sky was there, but I think he hasn't really done much, so it would be a bit of a surprise if he wins.
No,
and if you see who the other person is as well.
The thing is with Cody, like it'd be a great match, but it'd just be like, oh, Cody again.
Yeah, 100%.
But I mean, the fact we've not even raised Penta as a possibility is scary because, like, if Penta were to win, that'd be so awesome.
Well, in fairness, Cody wins predictable, but it's Cody Rhodes. Scorpio Sky wins, a bit of a shock, hasn't wrestled thing. Penta wins, we know he's incredible. If Lance, he's tall. If 10 wins, making a new star, he's huge. Builds up the dark order at the same time.
Who needs to be announced?
I'm guessing they're going to have like maybe one on the pre-show.
I was going to say it might just be another surprise entrant. I'm running Ethan Page.
Ethan Page would
Steve
be one.
Cutler.
Yeah.
Curtis Axel.
Yeah. There's a few that it could be. I was trying to think.
Curtis Axel.
I was trying to think of a Moose. I'm wondering if like an Impact guy
could be in the Impact boys.
Yeah.
I'd say but he's obviously too wrapped up.
Oh, no. I know it. It's trying to swinger.
Do you know what? I think by the end of the year's out, we're gonna get not on AW, but I think we'll get Swinger as a regular character on Being the Elite.
Yeah, 100%. And it'd be interesting. Also, I can't believe we forgot this. Paul White is at AEW.
Well, that happened last week, didn't it?
No, it's this week.
Was it?
Yeah. I put up the news thing on this. I put the news thing on the. It's the Paul White.
It's Paul
I put it up on the sports-con.com last week.
Yeah, I mean, look, 3 matches he needs to have. Darby Allin, Shaq, and I can't remember what the third one is. Marco Stunt. They're your 3 matches. Thank you. Goodbye. Night.
Just go back to being backstage. And final match, the main event, Kenny Omega with Don Callis versus John Moxley in an exploding barbed wire death match. It's got to be Kenny, right?
It's the best bout machine.
Yeah, it's his time to
really. Kenny.
Yeah.
And Mox takes a break, Omega rolls on.
Mox has got personal stuff. Omega rolls on. Good way to write off Mox.
Yeah, well, they're going to kill each other.
It's going to be a hellish. When's that? Sunday. So Monday morning.
Monday.
I've got to be up Monday. I've got to be up Monday morning. Otherwise, I would stay up and watch it. Rigged. Absolutely rigged.
I'll be watching it first thing Monday for sure.
Yeah. But looks like that's going to be a great match. That really is. Thank you very much for tuning in. It's been a long episode. Considering, I feel like our longer episodes are episodes where there've been no pay-per-views.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Just because I feel like we just talk about more stuff. But if you want to go check out our Twitter, it's at the _top corner. Find out when we go live. I think, have we got a watch along tonight? No watch along tonight, but there will be one tomorrow. Chef Wednesday versus Rotherham. It's a sports corner. Tight is Will versus Josh. So yeah, we should be live Wednesday, but don't forget to tune on that. And then the website, thesports-corner.com, where you can see all the articles that go up. So the most recent one was one on, it was on, I can tell you in a second. I was going to do a Miz piece, but I was going to wait because I was going to go 5 matches that the Miz could have at WrestleMania. But I had to wait until thinking. It's about Josh Madger. It is. So don't forget to give that a read. There's also a FIFA 21 Team of the Week 23 predictions. So don't forget to give that a quick look as well. But yeah, thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you very much for joining me, Simon, as well.
Thank you, as always.
I know it's a long episode, but the strange thing. So we've got the Revolution this weekend. It's going to be great, and then we'll have the week after it'll be Sacrifice, and then after that'll be a thing. But we'll see you next week for some AEW Revolution review. Fingers crossed, it's a good pay-per-view. Bye-bye.
It will be.